Hello everyone, it's Brittany. I'm sure you all forgot who I was because it has been such a long time since I made a video to show you guys what I've been up to. I have a lot of stuff to go over. I think the last time that you heard from me was back at the beginning of April. So almost at least a month has gone by, and some very exciting things and some very scary things have happened. First, I'll let you know why I haven't made any videos in the last few weeks. That is because I found out when I got back here to New York City that I had a polyp / nodule, somewhere in between, cysty type thing on one of my vocal cords. Now, I've been having issues with my voice ever since last fall, when my day job here in the city caused me to overstress my voice and overuse my voice. And then when I was doing Les Mis the whole time, I was ad-libbing and yelling at the barricade, cheering and everything, and that didn't help. So I got it checked out. I was prescribed a whole bunch of vocal rest, and I knew that making a Flosstube video would be using my voice way too much. So I figured I'd just wait until it was feeling a little better to make one, and I'm hoping I'm on the right track with my voice again. As you can imagine, it's been very scary to think that there is something wrong with my voice when that's what I use for my job and kind of my dream, or whatever you want to say. And it was scarier when I didn't know what was going on, but now that I have a diagnosis and I have a plan of action to fix it, things are looking a little brighter. As far as stitching things go, I have a lot of exciting news. I have a couple finishes and a whole bunch of new starts, because I participated in Coffee Stitcher and Stitch in Time's Stitch Mania. I have to do jazz hands because if any of you are involved or have seen the comments going around YouTube, Stitch Mania comes with pie and show tunes, so it's Stitch Mania with jazz hands. So I started 15 new starts, one for each of the first 15 days of May, so I'll be showing you those as well. So go ahead and grab some stitching, sit back, and enjoy this very, very, very long video. At least I'm anticipating it to be a long one. So let's get started. I'm going to get started by showing you my finishes and what I'm going to call my old whips, the ones that you guys have seen before and that I was working on before Stitch Mania. So we'll go with the oldest project first, which is my Hope Owl. I finished it! Finished all the back stitching and finished the beading. So here it is. I am really, really, really pleased with how this turned out. I just love the colors. The back stitching really made all of the details come out, and even the beads are kind of cute. This is going to be finished as a wall hanging when I get time. I have a couple projects that I'm going to finish all at the same time as wall hanging, so I'll get my sewing machine out and I'll get my fabric piles out, my fabric stash, and kind of do some mixing and matching and figure out what looks good. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I hope you guys like it too. I just think it's really, really, really pretty. And that one I had been working on, I must have started it last year at some point. Maybe about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year. I think that's about right. My second finish, and I guess my only other finish, is my Love Sampler, Forever Love I think it's called, by, who was it, Silver Creek Samplers or something like that. Hopefully I got that right. If not, I'm so sorry. But I finished this. It has all kinds of Weeks dye works in it. In fact, it's all Weeks dye works. And at the bottom I have initials and year of the wedding. It says Love Endures, Bears, Hopes, and what is that last one? Oh, love believes, bears hopes indoors. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the color of the middle text. It's very, very close to what the fabric color is. And I probably should have, before I started stitching it, have looked at that and seen that it kind of blended in too much. But I don't think I would like how this looked on white or cream. I really like it on this dark fabric. This is also going to be a wall hanging for the wedding gift. Now this one needs to be done fully finished by the last weekend of May, because that's when the wedding is. I'm looking forward to going to that. So that's my Forever Love sampler. The next whip I'm going to show you are my 2 Dragonite Pokemon cross stitches that I had just started, I believe, last time I spoke with you. This one is very close to be done. It only has the white to be stitched left. I think it's very cute. I've been calling this one Derpy Dragonite because this one is like, what did I call it? Like Defiant Dragonite. I was trying to go for the alliterations. This one I just started with the lighter color there on the tail, you can see. And so they're both coming along pretty well. I probably would have had both of these finished, but I did stitch May-nia, so I haven't had much time to stitch on them since I last spoke with you. The next one is my Storytime sampler. I finished the April block, which is Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz on the Yellow Brick Road with Toto. And I have just put in a little bit of May. I have been focusing on the Stitch Mania, so I didn't get anything done pretty much on May yet. But I've still got a little while before the end of the month. I didn't make very many changes to this frame. Coffee Stitcher I thought made a good point in the fact that Kansas had no colors, so I made the roof brown and the grass that taupey color. I think it's a cute enough little square. I'm excited to see. I know that this one is Charlotte's Web, but I'm excited to even see what June is going to be. But I'll be excited to do Charlotte's Web. I really, really like that barn that's in the background of it. I think it's pretty cute. And I'm not even sure how much progress I made on this since you guys last saw it, but I suppose I'll show you anyway. Still working on the 1/1 skin. Still enjoying it when I get a chance to work on it. I just haven't gotten a chance to work too much on it yet. So those are my pre-May-nia finishes and whips. And now, let the May-nia begin. So I'm going to try to do this in the order in which I stitched the pieces, but 4 of them are on the same fabric, so I'm going to do all those 4 in the same way, and if I get some mixed up, it doesn't matter. At least I'm saying it doesn't matter. Sorry if it bugs you. Those of you who have seen my progress in the Facebook group and on Instagram, which, by the way, if you'd like to find me on Instagram, it's very easy. I am BlimeyCat, BlimeyCat. And I post, I posted all of my May-nia progress, and I will probably end up posting some other types of progress along the way too, as well as some progress on some other crafty things that I do. So you might enjoy that if you want to look it up. The first Stitch May-nia piece that I did, I was looking ahead to the future, and since I got 2 of my 3 wedding gifts done, I figured I needed to start my 3rd one, which, if you do not remember, is called Keeper of My Heart by Scattered Seeds Samplers. And it's this really, really funny one that has these cats in clothing on them. At least I think it's hilarious. And I actually have quite a bit of progress done on this, but that is because it has been my to-go project when some Stitch Mania projects were too big to carry with me. I have been bringing this one along and stitching on it. There's a period in my commute right now to where I'm working, which is about 20 to 30 minutes, and so I sit on the subway train and I stitch. And it's a long enough period, and it's usually I can get a seat, so this is what I've been stitching on the subway. It's in my Q-snap right now. What I got done for Stitch Mania was only the middle heart, and then the other progress is what I have made since then. You can see the lady cat on my left, your right, I'm guessing, is completely finished in her beautiful blue dress, and someone in the Facebook group called them her sensible shoes. And the gentleman cat is kind of looking ghostly right now, but he is getting towards being finished too. There's not much to the design besides the two cats, so I think it'll go pretty quickly now that I'm not working on a new piece every day. I think it's coming along really well. I don't know. As someone who has been around on the internet, and as someone who likes cats, cats and clothes just make me laugh. So that's my Keeper of My Heart. I believe the second piece I worked on was my Petite Rainbow Row. This wedding gift needs to be done by the last weekend in June. My mom's birthday is also the last weekend in June, and that's what I got this project for. So I'm not sure if I'll get it done or not. I'd really like to. We'll see. This is the Petite Rainbow Row pattern. And I said it last time, but if you are a new viewer or you don't remember, Rainbow Row is a street of old, beautiful houses painted in a rainbow of colors in Charleston, South Carolina. And it's one of my mother's favorite places. And I think that she'll really like it. So far, this tree in the middle, I start from the middle of my pieces generally, is the only thing I have gotten. This tree and a little bit of that blue house right behind it. I think it's going to be a really, really sweet stitch. Just the tiny little trees and houses are going to be so cute. But yeah, it's coming along. That is all that I got done the one day I worked on it in Stitch Mania. I believe the next project that I worked on was the Epic Pokemon Cross Stitch. I figured since I was stitching Pokemon for some of my friends that I might as well do the biggest Pokemon cross stitch of all for myself. And so I started it. If you are not familiar with the piece, you can look it up. I know Lizardly has stitched it and completed it, and I believe she has a progress video that shows like a time-lapse or progress photos of the whole project. And I think Redneck Stitcher is also working on it. I think that's her name now. But here's a picture of what it will look like when it's finished. So this has all of the original 151 Pokemon characters on it. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it on my Kindle. I haven't tried this before. So it's a full coverage stitch, and it's pretty big. And on the day that I started it, I only got Pokemon number 1, Bulbasaur, finished. But he is so, so cute. That's him. Bulbasaur is pretty special to me. He's one of the 3 Pokemon that you can start out with at the beginning of your journey. And he was the one that I picked the most in the original game. I know a lot of people tackle this project page by page, but I think just for nostalgia's sake, and to feel like each Pokemon is coming to life, I'm going to literally, even though colors, it'd be easier to continue the colors into other Pokemon, I'm going to do each one as kind of a separate finish. Because I think that'll be fun for me, and it'll keep the excitement alive in the project, and it'll be kind of fun to be able to tell my friends, oh yeah, I'm working on Bulbasaur today, or Charmander, or whomever else. So that's my start on the Epic Pokemon Cross Stitch. I have a feeling I'll be working on this one for a while, so you'll be seeing it again. My next whip for Stitch Mania, or start for Stitch Mania, is not actually a pure start, is what I called it. The other ones, I guess, are pure starts. This one is not a pure start because there had been some stitching on it before I started. This is the pattern It's in a leaflet called Barnyard Quilts by Country Cross Stitch. It's this one with the quilts and the geese. I found this while looking through some old craft things at my house. My parents were getting ready to move, and my mom wanted me to go through things to see if there was anything that I wanted to keep, and had found this, and I had found it on this piece of fabric already started. It had this line, and it had this point of the star done. So for Stitch Mania, I found colors that matched the colors that I assume my mom had started, and finished up. Well, I still got to do the background of the quilt, but I finished up the star and the border of the quilt. This one will be fun to finish because it did have some of my mom's stitching in it, and to continue it and finish it with both of our work in it is going to be pretty cool. In my pile, I can't remember if it went this way in Stitch Mania or not, but in my pile the next one I have is my Napping Kitten Kit. This one was kind of fun. I was working on it at an audition, and people around me were like, "What is that?" "Oh, it's going to be a cat." "Oh, very cool." And I saw one of them, and on the way out she was like, "Maybe when I see you at the next audition it'll be finished." I was like, "Yeah, it could be." In my head I was like, probably not. Just because well, it was a Stitch Mania piece, and I just have, especially now, so many whips. This is what it will look like finished, if you are not aware. It's a really cute kit. And this is my progress. Typically when I start a project, if I can, I really enjoy doing it kind of color by color and seeing the picture grow. So that's what you see here, is I just started with a color that was near the center and have been stitching around. This is not going to be the last cat you see in this pile of starts. In fact, here's another one now. The next is another kit called Warm and Fuzzy Kitten. It's a Dimensions kit. This is what it will look like. And this is actually my first ever project that I've done on black fabric. So this is it. I got quite a bit done on this because I was traveling on an airplane. Let me put something behind there just in case. I'm not sure how it will look. If you can't see it, I'm going to tell you about it. I know Nordley, in her last video, was complaining that her Q-snap left some white residue on her black fabric. And if you couldn't tell, by looking at this, mine did too. Sorry about that, everyone. My camera cut out. I was complaining about the white residue on my black fabric. I didn't realize I was missing 2 projects and that this camera bug happened until I was reviewing it on my computer. So that fabric is put away right now. But I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if it's... it doesn't feel like on my Q-snap that the plastic is rubbing off when I run my finger on it. I thought maybe it was starch on the black fabric that wouldn't show up on normal Ada. I don't know. Kind of disappointing though. I agree with you, Nordley. I feel your pain. You are not alone. The 2 projects that got skipped, so this is going to be stuck back where it should be. One of them is this Be Joyful. I just think it is so adorable. It's got a little robin/bluebird. I'm going to say bluebird because it's actually blue and not gray. But this is what it looks like. And it's coming along so well. It's just adorable. I got the little feet and the whole underside and belly of the bird done. I just love how the colors work out on this one. It's so cute so far. So that's Be Joyful, the second in kind of my bird series, along with the Hope Owl that I showed you the finished product earlier. And I believe the other one that I was missing is my Ebony and Ivory kit. And this is what it will look like eventually. I love this one because it combines cats and music, which I love both of them. I love both cats and music. And this is as far as I got on that. Not too far. This is the chin and the side of the white cat's face. And now I will cut you back in. 1 second, I'm so sorry. And now I will cut you back in to your formally scheduled Flosstube Stitch Mania recap. So the next few starts are the ones that are all on the same fabric. It's the 4 individual Pokemon cross-stitch that I started. I have them all here on my Kindle, and I'll go over them one by one. The first one was Electabuzz. He's an electric Pokemon. This is what he looks like. 2 of these I started when I was in Nashville with my family for my brother's graduation, so I didn't get too much done. You can see here that I got just a little bit started on his head. The next one that I did is another Pokemon called Quilava, and this is where I got. Again, not too much done. I just got kind of the back end started on this one. The next Pokemon that I got done, first, I did not get anything done, but started is Go-Goat. And you can see I got started back on the tail, and I got quite a bit done on this one, I would say. And then the last one is a Pokemon called Honedge, which is a sword Pokemon. This is what it looks like, and this is what I got done. I went down the sash part of it. So those are my 4 Pokemon, plus the epic Pokemon cross stitches that I started for Stitch Mania. This one is a restitch of a project that you have already seen finished. This is going to be the model piece for my hot sauce pattern that I hope to sell on Etsy eventually. I got a stitch pattern making program and planned it all out, and so I'm kind of testing it to see if it'll work. As you can see, that's just the beginning of the hot sauce bottle. And that's all I got done in one day. This will probably be, I have to finish the 2 projects that I have as gifts, but this one will probably be pretty high priority after that, just so I can get it up in my shop, hopefully sometime soon. To go along with this, I actually had a fun idea, I think. I would like to make some other designs of other condiments and put a cute saying next to them, like my hot sauce stitch, which if you haven't seen my hot sauce stitch, you can look back in one of my previous videos. I think it might be number 4, and you can see the finished project there. For example, though, I'd like to maybe do a mustard bottle and have "Don't Let's Be Silly" written on there, which is a quote from Alice in Wonderland. Mustard, don't let's be silly, or, you know, whatever. It's a terrible Mad Hatter impression, but there you go. You got it. I only have 2 more. Bear with me. I've had a long day. The next one is the 3rd of this kind of inspirational, I've been calling them the Inspirational Bird series. And my cat might come up here. We'll see if she'll make an appearance. I think she's going to jump up on the bed. Can hear her bell. And you might be able to see her. This is my cat Daenerys. She's pretty sweet. She's very soft. She's very pretty. She is the mother of dragons. And the Khaleesi. Khaleesi. It's not Khaleesi. I read that there's a special way to say it, but I can't remember. I'll just say Khaleesi like everyone else, I guess. Anyhow, this is Have Faith. Has like a coil on it. And it's one of my Stitch Mania starts. I did not get as much done on this one as I did on the other one. But you have some more little birdie feet on here. The middle of this piece was actually the text, so I had to start with the back stitching and then work my way out to that little branch. Oh, Danny has my arm. You are so fierce. You are so fierce, little cat. And this is the last one. I wanted to save something special for the last day of Stitch Mania, so I saved my chocolate bunny sampler, and this is what it will look like in the end. I just think it's so, so cute. And I got some 32 count even weave, Lugana actually, to stitch this on, and I didn't realize it was going to be so tiny. But it's going to be very, very small. Look at those adorable little eggs. So cute. I'm obsessed. This one I will finish too. My sister actually commented on this on Instagram and said she really liked it. And she has a birthday around Easter. So I think probably what I'll do is I'll finish this up for her birthday next year. I hope she doesn't mind cross-stitch gifts because she got one this year. And she's probably going to get one next year. I don't think she minds. I think she likes the stuff that I make for her. And in case you can't see her and you would like to meet her, I will pick her up. This is my beautiful Danny cat. She's my baby and my comfort here in New York City. I love to come home to her. And she likes to be pet a little more than she lets on. Whenever I come in, she just flops on the floor. And she has this beautiful, fluffy white belly right here. And you know how cats, when you go to rub their belly, will immediately attack your hand. Most of the time when I come home from work, she just lets me pet her adorable, cute belly. This is actually her birthday month. I only got her last August, and she is most likely a year old this month. Happy birthday to Danny. She's still a baby. I'll let her go. She's probably annoyed at me right now. She loves to play. But anyway, you can probably see Star back here too while I'm at it. That's Star. He's one of my 6 beta fish in 6 different tanks. I know it's ridiculous, but before I had Danny, I was like, I need animal companionship. And I just couldn't say no to each pretty beta that I saw. Maybe someday I'll go around with my camera and introduce you to all of them. But I have 4 male betas, 4 male beta fish, and 2 female beta fish. The 2 females I raised from teeny tiny little babies, and they're both grown-ups now. Star, who's the one that you can see swimming around back there, I've had him, it's got to be close to a year and a half, and my oldest one, Dragon, I've had for 2 years, so I've been doing pretty well with my beta fish. That's all the pets I have, I promise, but I do have a garden too that I just planted for the spring last week, so maybe I'll show you that sometime too if you're interested. And now that I'm kind of rambling about non-stitchy things, I will let all of you go and move on to the next video that you choose to watch. I'm going to wish you all happy stitching. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscribes. I think I just got over 300. That's so hard to believe and so exciting. And let me say to those of you in the Stitch Mania group, it's been fun to get to see your progress and to get to know you a little more and comment back and forth on just stuff in general. And those of you who are not, you're welcome to join. Now that Stitch Mania is over, it's just kind of a... I assume you're welcome to join. I hope I'm okay saying that. It's just kind of a smaller group. We all just post progress pictures, and I think they're coming up with some more stitch-alongs, and it should be fun. So yeah. Happy stitching, everybody! Bye!